Hey guys, Luna here. So today I'm going to be doing a completely new type of video. I'm going to be showing you how I read Braille. I recently just started learning Braille, so I don't know every single aspect about the Braille, but I do know a good chunk. And I thought to just get on here and show you guys how to read it and what certain letters, how to make certain letters. I have the papers that show me how to make the letters. And I have some sheets that I have personally been using to practice. And yeah, I just wanted to show you guys how I do it. And fact about Braille is that it takes 4 years to master. So I didn't know that. I really didn't know that until I just recently started Braille. So I thought that was a cool little fact. And yeah, I'm gonna show you how I read the Braille and show you some of the papers. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, first things first, I'm going to show you guys the papers, but before I do that, I'm going to show you guys how to hold, how your fingers should be placed. So obviously I'm going to show it on the papers, but I thought get a better thing. That makes sense. But so obviously your hands, you can't really use your vision. So your hands have to be like your eyes, quote unquote. Now you may be thinking, oh, why would someone visually impaired need it? Well, typically, people think of Braille with, they associate it with blind people, but visually impaired people do use it as well. Because sometimes people who are visually impaired, they don't know what's going to happen, so they just want to be able to know it. And in my case, that's the same way with me. But anyways, so your pointer fingers are going to be basically doing all the reading. So how you want to hold it is kind of like this almost. So you want these fingers, your middle, your ring, and then your pointer finger to be kind of like this. The pinky and the thumb are not needed right now at this point. So kind of like almost as if you're kind of making like this gesture, but not really. But so it's kind of like this, and you would just glide across the page, which I'll show you in just a few. So these are some of the papers that I will be showing as well. So let me do that now. Okay, so here is the paper. There's multiple papers. So this is called the Braille cell. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So basically, on the pages, whichever dots are colored in, that's how you make the letters. For example, 1 is A. 1, 2, no, I'm sorry, not 1, 2. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong thing. No, this is A. 1 is A. 1, 2 is B. 1, 4 is C. 1, 4, 5 is D. 1, 5 is E. 1, 2, 4 is F. And then it just goes on for every page, so on and so forth to make that alphabet. So this is just like the alphabet. I'm not going to show you every page, but that's basically the gist of this. And most people would think, oh, it goes across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But no, it goes down, kind of like a stoplight almost. That's how I like to think of it, but only it's got an extra side next to it. So it's kind of like those double ones. So this is, like I said, just how to do it. So now I'm going to show you guys how I read and how the page looks with the Braille. So yeah. So sorry about the angle. This is the only thing that I have to hold my camera. I don't have the best stuff to hold it right now. So sorry about like the shadow. But anyways, so this is one of my pages. Over here in the corner, this is the page number. Obviously, you know, these, you know, these are making shapes. So basically, how I would read is, like I said, you want to make sure it's like this. So you just cut it across. So like, for instance, that's a triangle. Now, I can't really see the pages that well, because to me they just look blank. But when I can feel, okay, this feels, there's something there. Or this is a triangle, so on and so forth. I do have a bunch of those in this folder on the side. I don't really want to show these ones because I want to show certain pages that I have instead of these ones. So let me do that now. Okay, so as many of you can see, it's just very, very, very little, like little dots on the pages. So this one, how you would read it. So again, these two fingers are doing all the reading. So you take your dominant hand, which for me, I'm a righty. So you take your dominant hand, you put the finger at the top, and then you take your hand that you're not so good with, and you put it like right above it, and you just go down like this. And then you make sure that you have that other finger following it, and just you go to the top and you go down. Then again, go over like this and down. And now to cross over, some of you might be thinking, oh, like this and then this. No, it's still go to the right and then you start back all over. So that's basically this one. And again, the page numbers are always at the top right here in the corner. Now I want to show you another page that is a little bit different, but it kind of has like the same way. You'll see what I mean. All right. So here's another page that is similar to the other one, but a little bit different. So right here, this little line that goes across, that is like a separator. So this page is split in half. That's how they let you know, hey, this is split. So you would start from the top and then the bottom. So for this one, this page was basically saying, find the line that is the longest, put 2 lines under it, and then the smallest, put a line under it. So basically, and again, I am not looking, basically what you do is you just feel, you go back up, go to the next, go down, go back up, go to the next, down, up, down. So this one is the smallest, and I believe this one is the longest. I don't know. So that's how this one is done. Now, same thing for the bottom. Basically just and over. So this one's the smallest, this one's the longest. Oops, I forgot to do this side. But so this is how this page is done. And again, these are just practice pages, so these aren't like sentences going across or going down. These are just practices. So this is what this one is, and I'm going to show another one that is very similar to this one. You'll see. Alright, so this one, very similar to the other one, but only it's not split the page. So again, basically, you just got to find which one is the longest and which one is the smallest. So again, go to the top, go down, and then I went across, go to the top, down, cross, cross, down. So this one is the longest and this one is the shortest. So that's how this one is, and that's what I wanted to show you for the difference of these. I think I have one other packet that's a bit different than these ones, so I'm going to show that one as well. Alright, so this one is completely different from the other pages I've showed you guys. So, again, you would just start from the top, but I'm trying to also hold the page down, so I'm going to go maybe about like from here. So basically this page was, you got to find the one that's different. So you just go across, and you go back and forth like this. So you don't want the pinkies touching the thing, but you don't want to put like too much on like a rub on these, because you don't want to rub out the actual dot. So you just want to do like a light little graze across these. So you don't, like I said, not too hard like this, just a very, very light touch to it. So just like this. And I was doing it a little fast. So like this, that does not, it's not one that matches. So, and each one has their own different thing, and you have to be very careful, because sometimes it gets confusing, because I was making a few mistakes when I was practicing a couple weeks ago. So, that's this page, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about it. So, yeah. So, that was some of my pages. Hopefully you guys learned a little bit about Braille for visually impaired / blind people. I wanted to just talk a little bit about it. So there's more than just, the papers. There's this thing called a brailler. It's kind of like a typewriter. I am in the process of getting one myself. When I do get it, I will show you guys. I'll make a video on it and type a little bit on it. Well, not type. But so basically, it's kind of like a typewriter. It's about maybe this big. Hold on. It's a decent size, like this way if you're holding it. My camera won't fit it if I have it like my hands on the side. Anyways, and there's 7 buttons for this, and there's a space bar in the middle. So how it is, it's on the left side, which for me on the camera it's this way. It is 1, 2, 3, space in the middle, 4, 5, 6. Basically, that page where it shows A is 1, 1, 2 is B, that stuff, that's where you would type it. So let's say I want to type AB. It would be, I would press down the 1, hit the space, and then press down the 1, 2 at the same time. Where I leave all my fingers on the thing still, but I press down those the ones, as many buttons as you need, or levers, to make the letter, and you just press it down at the same time. Now, once you get to the end of the page, it'll make a little ding noise. That's where, like I said, it's kind of like a typewriter. It lets you know time to go to the next line. And there's like a way to like move it and stuff. Kind of, it's hard to explain unless I physically had one in front of me. But like I said, I don't have one yet. Like I said, I'm in the process of getting one. And like I said, when I do, I will hop on here again and I will make a video on it. And who knows, maybe I'll even braille up something like a sentence or so. And your fingers do get tiring, if you are wondering. I remember when one of the days that I started, I remember I was doing so many of the papers. I remember my 2 pointer fingers were hurting because it felt like a burn almost. But and my fingers were also starting to cramp, but eventually you get used to it because now that I'm practicing more and doing it almost every day, it my fingers are getting used to like the pose and the feel. So yeah. I have like a special folder that I keep it in, so for me it's just simple yellow folder. It's big enough to keep the pages in it. I also have some recipes in it. So like like a week ago, I made a recipe of this sweet treat called an ice box. I read in big print, so this is similar to how I read papers and stuff. Like, let's say it's like an assignment or anything, you know, that involves paper. I would most likely be using big print because I'm not, like I said, I can't really read braille, but I'm learning, so I'm not the best at it right now. So that was like how I do it. These are some like pre-braille recipes. I'm not sure what they say because I don't think it has the thing that what it says. No, I don't think it does. So yeah, this is where I keep it from all my other stuff, so that way I know the difference. So basically, it just all here. I put everything together, and I make sure I don't mix up the pages, so I always keep them in an order. Because here's the thing, like I said, the page numbers always at the corner over here. And like I said, I'm not really good at reading the braille yet. So I just want to make sure I keep like this is one separate pile, this is another separate pile, and I make sure that they're in order and they're not mixed in with other pages. And same thing with the pages that had, you know, this with the alphabet on it, and the other ones that had the shapes and the braille. So I just make sure that I have all this separate stuff. So I have a completely separate folder for the ones that are shapes, and then I have the yellow folder for these ones and my recipes. But I just keep them all together in this big one folder, even this one now. So, and it just all fits together. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you like it. Make sure you subscribe, and don't forget to share it with somebody who you think could benefit or just find this interesting. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.